Alrighty, so hey guys, I'm back with another tutorial here. This one's going to be it's going to be more of like a hands-on tutorial. I'm going to go through it with you guys, because if I just show you guys the gameplay, it's going to be kind of confusing. But let's get straight into it. It's going to be how to increase your trade skill. It's called the trade skill, right? Yes. So the trade skill, the one right here, why do you want to increase it? It's very simple, because like literally the bonuses to your income, look, every villager, more gold. You got ones that like save you if like right here, if your shop pretty much gets canceled because somebody was there, right, you get gold back. And this one is the best one in my opinion. You can now trade settlements when doing barter, which pretty much means you can go to these kings and other people who own a castle or who own a village, and you can pretty much get a deal on settlements. That's what I'm working up to right now. It's a really huge level, but guess what? I'm going to teach you guys how to grind up there, how to get up there. I'm slowly getting up there. I just figured this out, so, I want to get out there as soon as possible. So pretty much, let's start. So I'm going to do first what you need to do before you do this, and then I'm going to show you how to do it. So if we start, the before pretty much is, one thing you need is a good army. An army to the point where people just want to attack you randomly, because you don't want to be interrupted during this whole process. You want to, I have an army of 116. If I go to my party, all very upgraded horses, so no one's touching me. You want to have a strong army. Number two, you want to have a big inventory, because this is going to require a lot of inventory space. So if you go to my inventory right here, I have 39,000. I have a video, I'm going to list in the description, how to increase your inventory drastically and fast. It's going to be in the description. Now, number three, you will need money, because in parts of this and parts of the method, you're going to lose some money. So you're going to need a big stockpile, and you're going to need passive income. I have 2 videos on how to get a lot of passive income, also going to be in the description. So as you can see right here, my passive income is doing great. I have about 2.7 million saved, so I'm not worried about that. Make sure you have that as well. What else? I have all this written down, so I'm just reading it off. Okay, now here's the most important part. I would also say, side note, have a lot of food. You don't want to worry about keep buying food. Just stockpile, because once you have a big inventory, stockpile on food. It's very simple. Now, the last part that you need before you start is if you go to my inventory, you can see tradable goods. I have a big stockpile of multiple tradable goods. Why? Because this method requires this. So make sure you have 3 or more. I'd say 3 is good enough, but make sure you have 3 or more. Go up to different towns, engage in fights, save these materials. Make sure you have a good amount. Like you can see, I have 700 fish, 400 flax, 134 hardwood, 500 salt. It's very important to have a huge amount for this to work. So now that you have all that, and I understand this is not a beginner tutorial. This is more like you've played for a little bit, you know what I mean? But you want to get your trade up now. So it's a lot to be, like, it's not a beginner tutorial. Pretty much all I'm going to say. Now let's get to how to do this. Very simple. Step 1, go to any big town on the map. Go to any big town. We're going to go there. And once we're here, very simple, go to trade, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna flood the market with 3 big items. Just flood it. Just sell all of it. Boom. You're gonna sell this, sell the fish, sell the flax, and let's sell the salt. Now, what this is going to do, see, this is where you might lose some money, but if you have a lot of money stocked up and you don't really care about money, you care about the trade skill. So it's okay. It's a loss, but it's okay. Press done. Then after you do that, go to the tavern. Let me get rid of these prisoners. Go to the tavern and visit the tavern. Now, since you flooded the market with those 3 big items, what's going to happen is it's going to trigger the townsmen pretty much to tell you, hey, we have a lot of this, so you should sell it. You know what I mean? You should buy it here and sell it somewhere else. It pretty much triggers that for them with the 3 items that you put. So just go talk to the townsmen, and eventually you're going to find the 3 that are going to tell you to trade it. take some time, but it's okay. So this guy says silver. It's not one of the things we put, but at the same time, always write it down just in case. So you got silver ore and I got a little what do you call it, notebook. I just write it down just so I remember. It's very simple. Now we're gonna go and see if we can find our 3 items that we just put in. Boom, here's the first one. Flax, and that's going to Saronia? I can't say any of the names, but it's okay. So there's one. There's our fish. Fish to Donostica. There you go, wrote that down as well. And now all we're looking for is the wool that we put in. Oh no, the salt that we put in. And look, it's right here. So pretty much this method, if you flood the market, it's going to make the price very low, and it's going to trigger the villagers or the townsmen to tell you, hey, the price is really low right now. Can you believe it? Of course you can, because you're the one who flooded the market. So that's, you know, I used to just go from town to town and trade, but then I realized this is a lot faster. But now that we've done that, we have our 3 items that we flooded the market with. We're going to go back to the trade, and we're going to take all those items back. All of them are going to come back to us now. Because now, what you did is, once you talk to a villager, it pretty much triggers like the trade skill to be like, okay, he just talked to a villager. He knows where he needs to go. Once he goes there, we're going to give you the XP for trading. Because you could easily trade stuff without information. That won't give you any XP in the trading skill. It needs to be information you got from a townsman or from somebody else, if that makes sense. So you're going to take all the flax back, the salt, and the fish. Boom. Take all that back. And now we're going to go to the 2 places that we need to go. First, let's go down here. We're going to sell the silver ore. I didn't buy any silver ore. I messed up right there. It's okay though. We're going to sell the fish to this place right here, because that's what one of the townsmen told us to do. The fish. Boom. Sell that. Sell. Got that. Now here's what I like to do. You can just sell this once, right? And then go to the other town. But what I like to do is, since you just sold those fish, guess what? You can do the same thing. You can go to the tavern and pretty much ask the townsman, and guess what? One's going to say something about the fish, because obviously there's a lot in the market. Boom. You got your fish guy. Now he says go buy that fish again and go to Onira, or whatever you want to call it. You're going to exit here. You're going to get your fish back. Boom. And now we're going to go to, first we're going to go to the place that that the people here told us about. So we're going to go here, and we're going to sell our, what do you call it? We're going to sell our flax and our salt, because the people at this town told us that's the best place to sell it. Go to trade. We're going to sell this right here and the salt, just like that. And look at that, we gained 2 more skill points, and trade is now 64. When we started this, it was at what, 61, 62. As you can see, this it drastically dries up your trade skill. So now that we did that, we're going to go back in and do the exact same thing. Go to the tavern, because we just flooded the market with flax and salt. So we're going to go find the 2 people who are triggered by that, and they're going to tell us the same thing. Go to this new town with this resource. person says silver ore, but we're not looking for silver ore right now. But you can definitely write it down. This person says cotton, not looking for cotton. Boom, you got your flax guy again. And that's gonna go to Mazia? That's what it's called. And now we're looking for our salt guy. And here he is. So now he says bring the salt to Onira. Okay. And as you can see, you can do this forever. It's very simple. You can drive up your trade skill. Do this for, I'd say, what, an hour or two? You can drive up your trade skill all the way up. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. The only thing I would say is sometimes you might talk to all of them. And, see, the thing is, here's the reason. Let me restart that whole statement. So, as a side note, if, let's say, you want to put more than 3 items in. Let's say you want to put 5 or 6 items in. You want to max it out. The problem is it might not get a trigger on all those 6 items. The reason I keep it to 3, because I realized when I did 5, 1 might be missing. One person might not say anything about that item that I put in there. So I keep it to 3. 3 different items. I flood the market with them. Go to the tavern. Ask people. They're going to talk about those 3 items. And then you take that information. You go to the other town and you sell it. And you just keep on going. And it's a very ongoing process. So yeah, that's pretty much how you run up the trade skill. It's a long video. It's a little bit hands-on. I hope I explained it right. If I didn't, leave me questions. I will answer them. And yeah, I'm going to keep these tutorials up. I'm going to keep teaching you guys how to do new things. Hopefully it helps. You guys have been showing a lot of support. I really appreciate it. And yeah, enjoy.